Welcome back to part 2. In part 1 you've seen me take the car apart and rebuild the chassis. In part 2 I'm going to show you how I'm going to rebuild the front suspension and the rear suspension. The steering mechanism seems to be working fine. All I really have to do is rebuild the differential, put the correct differential fluid in it, and then just rebuild the whole front suspension. I'm also gonna adjust the shock absorbers. So let's start with the differential first. These two screws here, I cannot get them loose. The imbus texture of the screw is rounded out. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to cut a small line into the head of the screw, and then I'm gonna use a flat screwdriver to unscrew them. So for the rebuild of the shock absorbers, well, I'm not going to rebuild it, I'm going to build new ones. These are a bit longer, as you can see, and while doing that I have more travel space in the car, and I'm going to upgrade it to steel or aluminium shock absorbers with aluminium caps and hardened shafts, because on the Slash or on the Rustler for that matter, they tend to bend or break quite often. I also have put a little ring on the shaft that goes on the inside of the shock absorber, which prevents the piston bumping against the end of the cylinder. So, just like that. And now I'm going to fill it up with 450 weight. So I have filled them up halfway, and now I'm going to get the air out of it. So I'm going to wiggle it up and down a little bit so that the air can escape. I'm going to put a little bit more oil into it. So it's coming out a little bit by itself, so that's perfect. This one is also coming out on its own slowly, so that's also perfect. So these are ready to be used. Now let's have a look at the differential. Bit too much oil in it, so I'm gonna suck out a little bit. Now I can close it up. stabilizing rods. Let me see which one goes in the front and which one goes into the back. So this one goes in the front. So I'm going for the silver sway bars because those are a little bit looser than the black ones, which is better for driving off-road. So for the rear shock absorbers I'm going to use 350 and I'm going to use pistons with 3 holes instead of 2 for much faster movement. So this is the end of part 2. You have seen me rebuild the front suspension and the rear suspension. In part 3 you will see me putting the car together as a whole. And I'm going to tell you how it felt driving it and what could be done better next time. So, see you back in part 3.